is, would it fit? Yeah. Yeah, we'll get it to, it's going to fit. In fact, I think it's going to fit. I think it's going to look pretty cool. Welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. And it's Wednesday, so we're back working on the 1955 Cameo by AMT. This is the Mars Garage build we're doing for the 10,000 subscribers celebration. If you'd like to get caught up on this build, there's always a link down in the description to a playlist where you can get completely caught up to where we are right now. And where we are right now is shoving a really big motor into a really small space. So the question from last episode, or last Wednesday, last time we worked with this truck, was, would the motor fit? Well, the answer is yes. Ultimately, it's yes, but it took some doing. So what I thought we would do is just take a quick look at it right up front. So again, it's just kind of placed in here. And we'll take a look at how it fits in here. Let me see if I can get it back together, how it goes. What's kind of cool, and I'll just go ahead and point it out right up front, is the way this motor is sitting in here. Whoops, the dash fell out. That's okay. Well, the motor's falling apart too, but that's okay. The way it happens to sit in here, these are, see these little tabs here? Those are actually for the shocks. So in this kit, that's where the shocks would usually mount. Well, the way the motor's fitting in here, they actually sit, or they're right at where the turbos end up being. So they almost look like hangers for the turbos, and I think that's what we're going to use them for. That's what they are going to be. This motor's falling apart a little bit. That's why we did this motor as a mock-up. It's meant to be able to kind of fall apart easily. I've already had to take the turbos on and off a couple times because here's something I ran into. When we do the final motor, these two turbos they have to sit on exactly the same planes. They are going to have, so I think I'm going to build a jig or something when we do it, and I might practice with this motor because in other words, for this motor to everything to sit square and for them to both sit on what used to be the shock hangers and now what we're calling the turbo hangers, they have to be exactly the same or on the exact same position on each side of the motor, if that makes sense. And there's a bunch of pieces that have to kind of be manipulated in here, the charge pipes and the exhaust pipes and all that, to make that happen. So they've already been on and off. You can see it's not quite square here. So in other words, I'm going to have to build a jig, I think, when it comes time to do this for the real thing. Let me put the body back on. All the interior's falling out, but that's okay. Let me show you how it's going to fit. So the motor's going to sit there on the hangers, and then the frame rails have to kind of come inside. There they are. So now you can see the frame rails. We can get the frame rails sitting where they need to be, right here on the, I don't know, the grill shroud or whatever. And then the motor is sitting in, I'm trying to hold this in place like it was glued in place, but you can see the motor is sitting in between the fender wells, which actually ended up being a lot easier than I thought. We're going to take a look at it here in just a second, how we got there. I did have to trim a lot out of the fender wells. Make sure you can see in this, down in here, and of course down on the other side, because the turbos sit up in there now, up into the fender wells. And then let me hold it and let's look at it from the front. And so you can see they kind of sit, hopefully you can see it, they kind of sit right behind the grill. In fact, let me put the grill in. They're right in here behind the grill. So I'm thinking I'm either going to try to open up this grill, or I might just print a whole new grill with it open so we can see through and see. We will be able to see the turbos through there. I think will definitely be a good idea. But anyways, let's take a look at what it took to get here, because it was a little. I've been working on this all day, just as a heads up. And simply I started by just removing the original motor mounts that were there. They are just clipping them. Just clipping them off, and with the motor mounts removed, it still wasn't fitting. That the cross member there was mainly getting in the way of, well, at that point, what I could tell was mainly getting in the way of the oil pump. We're basically, I just tried just kind of whittling it away. I literally used an X-Acto knife and started just trying to whittle away, test fit, whittle away, test fit, whittle away, test fit. And I just couldn't get, I couldn't remove enough material. So the new theory I am working on is just cut it all out. Just cut it all out. Just cut the entire cross member out. And then let's go back to here. I'll just build in a new cross member, right? So just cut it all out till it fits. This is the philosophy I'm kind of going with on this build, is just cut it all out till it fits and then add it back. So just build it back, right? So that's exactly what I did. You can see I just cut out the entire cross member. And then obviously nothing was in the way at that point. And then again, I'll just build that back in. And then all I needed to really trim out of the inner fenders was there was just a little bit that kind of turned. So the fenders, if we look here, let me scoot this back. The fenders go down and then they used to kind of aim in a little bit. That little in a little bit, literally like, I don't know, a millimeter worth of material, millimeter and a half worth of materials. All I had to remove to actually get the fenders or a better way to say it, the exhaust, what are they called? The headers to fit in between the fender wells. And like I said, the only thing I also had to trim was kind of notch them up front here for the turbos. So the inner fenders, which I thought were going to be the problem, ended up not really being the problem. Really, the problem is the firewall, because I'm having to send the motor so far back. And I probably should have mentioned that up front, is the reason we're having to send the motor so far back is our with it sitting where it was, kind of where I was test fitting it before, the turbos were sitting right on the grill. They were sitting right in this plane here, and I just didn't want that. So I had to send it. I literally had to send the motor back 2 millimeters is what I was kind of what I measured out. And it. So again, what I ended up doing, in fact, let me just show you here, is I just cut it all out. So I started cutting out the firewall, trying to remove the firewall. In fact, I have what kind of ended up left of it here. And then it just got to be, so I still needed to cut up this way. And it was just weakening this material so much that let's just remove the firewall. And I think the game plan now with the firewall, let me set this back in, is again, just take it out and I'll build it back in. So I'm going to just, once I have the motor set exactly where it needs to go, I can just build the firewall back in around the motor, along with building in the a tunnel here, because this transmission is going to sit up here, and I'm just going to pull the transmission up as far as I can to where because I don't want to I don't want to put a tunnel all the way through here, because we already have our seat, and I didn't want to have to put a hole in the put a tunnel through the seat. So I'm going to bring the back into the transmission just up as high as we can until the drive shaft's right below the bottom of the floor pan, right? And then that's how our motor's going to sit. And this is about, let me use my fingers to hold it. It's about right here. So you can see it's the block itself. Hopefully you can see that. The block itself sits pretty level. Now, the charge pipe, or the intakes here going into the charge pipe, they kind of angle up. So it makes it look like the motor's sitting on an angle, but it's really not. They kind of angle up ways. The block itself is real close to level. It is angling back just a hair, but I think it's going to be fine. I think that's going to be fine, and that's about where it's going to be sitting, the motor itself. And you can see if I put the dash back in, and you can kind of see how this is going to how it's all going to sit here. So you can see it's still behind the dash. Let me make sure where we're supposed to be. Yep, that's there, just like that. And so let me kind of hold this. Well, it's moving on me, sorry. There we are, right there. So you can see the firewall is going to come into the cab a good bit, but it's still all behind. It's still going to be behind the dash. And we should still be able to get, because the firewall will come, how can I point this out? The firewall will end up coming back this way. Basically, it's going to aim back this way to this plane. Make sure you can see, to this plane here, and then run across. So that's where our steering column will go down to, is right in this area here. So I'll probably angle it back pretty hard and then come flat across and then angle it pretty hard. So that the steering shaft, or steering column, I should say, has a flat area to hit into. And then we should have plenty of room. Okay, stop moving around on me. There we go. To bring the steering, so the column will come down to about here. Will come out this way, and probably just the one joint to a steering box up front here. which I think will work for that. We'll have a master cylinder here. I might go ahead and just put the battery back right here where it was originally. I don't know. We'll look at that. The one thing that we don't have, and I guess let me point this out, we do have to find somewhere to put the oil tank. And then the other big elephant in the room that y'all are probably already yelling about in the comments section, we don't have a radiator, right? And we don't have a lot of room for a radiator with these two big turbos out front like that. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I mean, there is a little bit of room to squeeze a radiator in there, like a small radiator. It won't be able to go all the way down. It'll be kind of a short radiator, but we can come up. I didn't bring the hood. I don't know. We might be able to fit a radiator somewhat in the normal radiator location. Maybe we can split the radiator. I don't know. We'll do something. Yeah, we'll do something to get a radiator in there. But you know, we're pretty darn tight on room. So that's kind of, I guess, the still the fly in the ointment, I guess. I think everything's pretty well squared away, good to go. Just a radiator is going to be the issue. And where are we going to put our oil tank? I don't know. It might end up in the back somewhere. Can you even do that? I don't know. We'll figure somewhere to put that. But anyways, again, the answer to the question is, would it fit? Yeah. Yeah, we'll get it it's going to fit. In fact, I think it's going to fit. I think it's going to look pretty cool. I think it's going to fit pretty nice. Yeah, just the radiator issue. If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments on how we can fit a radiator in. I'm definitely going to replace the grill. So maybe I'll print that grill a little thinner, and then that'll give us more space kind of in there to put a radiator. I don't know. We just need something that'll represent a radiator. I don't like, I mean, obviously I could just go in and put a top of a radiator and say, you know, we can fake it, but I'd really like to have the real thing in there and do it for real. But anyways, let me know if you have any ideas down in the comment section. I'd love to hear your ideas. I use a lot of your guys' ideas. Y'all keep me, y'all make me look good. So thank you for those comments down there. I really do appreciate it. If you have any other ideas, or just let me know what you think so far, just hit me down, let me know down in the comment section. If you've enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button. We passed 10,000 subscribers, working on 20. So let's get it there. Like button, hype button, all those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube. I've got a radiator situation to figure out here. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.